Hi, guys. It's kind of a funny way to come to you, but I just wanted to stop in and say hi. And your coach reached out, let me know that you guys were watching Jace's video tonight as kind of an inspiration, his story, which just couldn't make me happier. I feel honored and blessed to even be able to reach out and have this conversation with you tonight. I don't want to take a lot of your time. I wanted to make this kind of quick and to the point. I thought about the one story I wanted to tell you about real quick of a battle that Jace had to go through was when we learned that he was going to have to, lose his leg. We learned that he had cancer 2015 in January, that 2015. He immediately started chemo, battled that, was very, very sick. Went through that. We learned in June the chemo was not effective and he was going to have to lose his leg. And not just, from his knee down, or he had to lose his leg from his hip all the way down. I was devastated. I couldn't believe that after all the chemo and all the fighting and the battle that Jace went through, it didn't work. And now he was going to have to face even a larger battle of losing his leg. My boy, who's been this athletic, kid that's been running and swimming and riding horses with me and, just loved life at the largest, this, amazing football player, varsity wrestler, everything. I was devastated. And I was devastated because I thought my son was going to be so sad. What type of life was he going to have with one leg? I thought he would be so incredibly depressed. I didn't see how he was going to go on and be happy. It was so hard. That was my response to hearing that he was going to lose his leg. Jace's response when he found out he was going to have to lose his leg, it was a surprise. Neither one of us really saw that coming. He said, if I have to lose my leg to beat cancer, I'm okay with that. I will, they can take my leg. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to go down to the University of Idaho instead of being a player. He said he'll be a student coach. Well, actually the coaches, let him know, hey, we still have a spot for you no matter what. Jace was thrilled. Absolutely. After he had his leg amputated in July, a month and a half later, he was living in an apartment on his own, with his cousin down in Moscow, Idaho, a part of the football team, traveling with the football team, and still doing chemo treatments. That's because he still had chemo in his lungs and was still fighting. It was, looking back at it and living through that story was Jace. It was incredible. It's like, wow, how he kept that great of an attitude, facing and going through the pain and, learning to walk again, having to have crutches. It was incredible. A huge lesson in life to me, showing that Jace didn't lose his happiness. He didn't lose his drive in life. And if anything, he was so successful. He went on touching thousands of people's lives, was still got to be involved in football, the sport that he loved. It was amazing to see what he accomplished, even though all of these battles happened to him, all the, how hard he had to fight to get through everything. And I guess my message to you in this would be attitude. It's all about attitude. No matter what happens, the opportunity that you take, an opportunity that's given to you, and it's all about attitude, heart, try, and you go for it. And gosh, when you put all that together, that's what you see out of Jace's story. The success that he had, the thousands of lives that he's touched now, his true, genuine happiness that he had through this whole battle, is just so uplifting. It's amazing that when you see him in his videos and the way that he was, his athletic ability still, even with all going through that, was, because he chose to be happy. He chose to take this opportunity and do the best that he could do with it and try his hardest. And you know what? He got a prosthetic leg, learned how to walk with it within 3 days after getting it, and doctors said that it would take up to 3 weeks to 3 months to learn how to walk with it. You know, he got to go out on the football field with his prosthetic leg, and you know, I mean, there's so much to the story, and I know you'll be watching a lot of that tonight on Sports Illustrated. You know, again, I just, you know, thank you very much for Coach for reaching out to me and telling me that you guys were using Jace's story as inspiration. I mean, that just means so much to me. You guys are definitely on my radar. I can't wait to watch a game, see how you guys do this season. Good luck, and thank you very much. I just really appreciate the opportunity to talk with you guys, and I hope you know, can look at Jace's story, and I hope it touches you, and I hope that it makes an impact on your life, and it's a story that hopefully you won't forget, and maybe you can share with somebody else that, you know, needs inspiration. So, all right, thanks a lot, guys. Good luck.